Yo, T4, hey, High Life Radio now, Tini. Your boy Patrick Befi and XA, Sikasim program, no, any day, bro, no, send your A and Mrebiano, 7 to 9 p.m. every Monday, Sikasim program, no, any day, bano, send you see and you try and waba, ain't you know, catch you near being on some country, and you be says Sikasim program, no, your boy Patrick Befi and bro. Kachunia been on some country, you try and waba, Sisia. Oh. I'm Pat Lumba say, near year, emanate to 2 year my Sikasim and Shana, I'm a penny, what I akura. Send it, the BIC, no, High Life Radio, Sikasim program, no, every Monday, 7 to 9 p.m. Your boy Patrick Befi, and so, your baby, a financial peace education, Hojuma, Sikasim, your Hojuma. In the last week, no, we started Drew baby na bra papa and ye started train komo kakra. It is say no ye ba beto so the NV no. But and a question no say should we pay off credit cards immediately? And I say should be over time. You know, should I pay off my credit card immediately or over time? It's here no your discussion in there, but I see a corner so let's start na that baby Drew last week no that was free ho it was free on ma but our question be and yet we any financial questions so obetimi afre na comment contribution obetimi afre na or the account so amaye yo yenhwe last week na ye can about financial peace education. If financial peace education at Niema Bena you bet me a year with overtime, no, never be brought on yeah. Within a period of 10 to 15 years, no, if you are working and earning income, automatically, no, your net worth is going to hit million. And you will say it's not like BBBia, BBBia, it's like when you grow corn, will be too corn, sanity. It's in Yama obey no, it will be drew hono. And Yama obey no, kakra, won't say fee, it will drew a net worth of $1 million and over. It's in that is the steps are near, yeah. It's you know, if you say, first of all, no, a dear Yama, yeah. Between Yama and ISR, I will say, number one, it was live on a budget. Number two, I will say you get rid of all our debt. Number three, I will say foster quality relationship. Number four, save and invest. And number six, I will say we have to be outrageously generous. And you know, after that, I will see breaking it down. You who send you sequel. And you know, send you be breaking it down. You was 7 baby steps, no, and it's saying, yet super savings, and now be to me. We say, oh, yet these 7 steps now, yeah, follow no. No, within a period of 10 to 15 years, no question, you'll be a millionaire. You know, send you know, you started with number one, $1,000 emergency fund. Say, if you say, you be bia, na see you need, be the chia, a plan we know, you live with debt free living. If you live in debt free living, I need to be the chia, BBC, and now call back now, so I could talk. Into the area, and said the first thing they say, we have to live on a budget, a written budget every month on purpose, on paper, especially your spouse, and your spouse, and yes, we will be ahead in your chance near year planner, you be follow every year, be every month, be on purpose, on paper, on purpose, on paper. It's you know, number one, say you be a financial, you be a budget. After the budgeting, no, the what's here and say next one, the $1,000, and the two, and for the emergency, anything that happens, we fall back on it. Now we're going to pay all our debt except our house. Hannah last week he drew, you know, paying off debt. No, we have different kind of ways I pay debt. You should debt snowball way, no, you share from the lowest or the smallest all the way to the highest. If you are using a debt snowball method for paying debt, you don't worry about the interest rate. Yeah, sometimes will be a we interest no change we it will say no. Debt snowball no, within a period of 2 years. When you are partner, sometimes quite less, you have to pay off all your debt. And at this point, you know, it's so easy and so simple. Say, to me, but who said so many things cost you don't really have to be on this thing. Yeah. Number one, now may I acknowledge people be more any Danny Walker from also free OT region. Thanks for joining, Danny. Also Shaliman Kwashe, and also Cavani Town. No size. I don't know what no size is. In a Hey Sunday. Then we ask someone joining. So you know, we pay off all our debt except our house. It does no ball, no. So I need to know. BBI can first of all, a list of all our debt. Your list BBI. It's your list your debt in now no, you from the smallest to the largest. It's an example how me show near you. All right. It's me mechanic. In fact, I can't me dini. Me start the program no medical, which is 500. Now me make a payment 50 per month. My credit cards a 2005. Me make a payment 63 per month. 7,000 on car loan. Now me make a payment 135 per month. Student loan 10,000, 96 per month. It's at this point, you know, Hano ena ni nyina wo. See shimwa So if 500 and a year 50 a month, a bit take a 10 month, I'm a year, and Sunday bit we say year next one also, which is the credit card now. Credit card no so 2,500. Year $63. And also be taking 39 months. Near year every. About another car now, which is 7,000 now. 7,000 it was student loan now. 7,000. And also you're saying 135. And also a bit taking 7,000 by 135. And a bit taking 51 months. Not a year. Now a quick student loan, which is the ultimate Salome. You're in a free next bedroom now. And also you 96 a bit taking 96. A bit taking 104 months. Not your TLE. It's the snowball. The ABN say usually we are budgeter. We be big a free. Budget most of the time, no. A budget no, they be big a free because see pay attention to our expenses. I be say never be brehorma yusua na yen here. It will say all of a sudden budget now usika na enson busa fe son kakra am be kra ba chiri. Usually sa e budget ayen. Empo say enso empo kra na still ye ho chiri a. The yen say even if you bet me the $100 every week, and that's what the emphasis a month ni na kra it be $200. You pay extra job be it make it $200, you know. Papa Brajman, Major also. Thanks for joining. Dubai, I tell you, come yo. More question. Be asked. Obetimi ebisa. Question no, and question here come one seven. Should I pay off my credit card debt immediately or over time? Tino so obetimi ebisa. Obetimi ebisa that question. Tino, yeah, the $200 extra every month. Into the $200 every month. No, now. You be making a payment now on all the other bills. No, your credit card you be $63. Your friend is saying your car loan of $135. You a student loan. Now there's no ball say the 500 and only the smallest honey best at you $50. Now you pay $200. I idea come. It's $200 no. Ebeka 50 no, be 250. Into 250 no, now the kwakutia we remember say ye bibia extra 200 every month ebeka de ye ho. It ye fancy ye bibia ye pepe ye budget ni stika ye nya ye fancy ye make 5,000 a month. Ye 5,000 so ye pepe ye ni bi eka ho. It itimi tua ye meet all our demands by ye be extra. Now by how can we get rid of this? Yeah, try say be your juma say be budget. Now ye never be finite when extra 200. Into extra 200 na ye nya no. Now it ever become $50 until become $50 no one. Will be say better when you extra 200 for a budget. You go crowd cable, which you have too much. Now there's so many ways. I'll between a yam or between your lesser cable or between a you will sacrifice your home. Here no honor sacrifice neighbor. Into all of a sudden you 200 extra. Yeah, that become 50. Yeah, they come 50 no one. See a shot $50 and you try medical. Now you 250. Instead of 10 months, now you can be taking me a trial. Now you 2 months. You try medical if you boom, you call. Sana there's no boy here. It's 2 months no. You try every. Now remember you 200 every month ever. Now you 50. I need the try medical and you 250 extra. Now you 250 extra a deba. 250 extra. I deba just say and also ewo. Now to see a quack attack it. Your credit card debt no. Now credit card debt no so no can be taking in 39 months. Now you 250 near the 250 no near the 63 no come home. You 313. The 313 no Now the statistics they attack this data. It within 2 divided by 3, 13. It is already and keep it taking 39 months now. Now 7 months, boom, if I say 8 months, 7.5, 8 months, near we. It's right now 2 months, you medical we. Another extra almost 8 months, a credit card we. 10 months, you come in new fuel. Now you call a student, you call a castle, which is 7,000. Remember, car no see 135 already, and you 331, 313 about all the time. Yeah, the 313 no, it to 1 a year. Yeah, a friend saying 448. It's 448 no. Now you start to see attack a 7,000 car loan and 448. 448. 15 months, yeah, we 440, 15 months. Yeah, we. It's say almost 2 years no. Let's say a year we never. Now you have 448. 448. Now you baba attack your student loan. And also you have 96 already. Into the come one. You been 545. 545. Need to attack 10,000 now. 545. And also no 18 months. It's Naka. Student loan a bit ticky 10,000 a bit ticky 104 month. Now the student loan are taking 18 months. It's within almost 2 years no. You try you can in every any obi akabi. Ye akabi who be every home. Where in a modest way. In a modest way, crana just say we they also want your extra ABR. Because if you these days there are a lot going on, you can bring in extra income. At least the extra, at least a month, at least a week, between your extra $100. Between never be breed, there are deliveries, there are so many things that between your extra by 20 hours a week, or you can sell online, you can do so many things. I would become extra. It's waited maybe yeah any day 200 a modest way. It if I say the 500 crown but yeah. It make extra 500 near Cassia Badia. Let's say within that extra 500 a day, less than if I say 2.5 years near Tria, who can in every. If it's shining in every, that is how the death snowball is. The reason why we use the death snowball, this usually when you do stuff like this now, we have wins. I don't care if you have a psychology. In your friends say PhD in psychology or those things in you need wins. You need wins. It's on this hit it by emphasis say if emphasis was student your medical interest rate on the medical is probably emphasis say 8%. Now your student loan interest rate be 3%. It's on the other side, the other way of paying also is going by the interest. And that means I will see student loan first. To imagine 10,000 in PM that. But at this point, he wins. He wins. And my at me, just am I energizing and inspire me also. At this point, that's what we need. It's not go by the death snowball. It's so simple and so easy. I'm not saying the debt no payoff is easy, but what it is it energizes you to move on all the time. It will say, oh, hit it now, boom, now what you are okay in every. Hey, at this point, now remember, a tree can every until biaka. Oh, it's example ni said the me na calculations na be na no. It is a we say 550, paying a month medical bill 50 just say within a short time no the extra 550 neighbor or make sure say or the extra 550 the extra 550 now or the banner, which is these days there are so many things you can do to get you another side gigs be and other extra amount to me at the way at the ISR. Within a short time, we say what share. When at the same thing the shit Now here that process not is equal. It's not all of a sudden. Hard work, sacrifice. At this point in American hand here, we hear sacrifice. And you have to be creative. When you get to this point now, you have to be very creative. Very creative. Say we need extra money. But most of the time, you find this in your budget. We are budgeter, we find this one in there. Because most of our budgets, is always so much nyama in here. You see, we are budgeting so at this point, all the can be broken so get out of the camera. The way you say, who make sure say you stay with your 4 walls, which is food, housing, utility, and transportation. Those are the needs. You're sad 19 survival. Those are the needs. Everything else, you want. Everything else. At this point, you want to just say, so we have to. We don't know what to do. So much. Just say, this has nothing to do with income. When you start talking about this, I'm off of this. Oh no. Yeah. You see, study shows say 78% of the population of the U.S. population lives on paycheck to paycheck, which is almost 80. To the fund this way, we you now for 10. We you now for 10. Almost 8 of them they live on paycheck to paycheck. Or much wrong. Live on paycheck to paycheck. That means the money comes in, it goes out. We a paycheck. So the last night I was saying, we make 100, 120, 150, if you grab more. And so CKT accounts money a train for the next paycheck because we have payment bill we as BAB. Car payment, house payment, inconia payment, TV payment, every payment. It is not a hitty accounts man in Nako. We make so much, but just say we can't even afford food, or because we have so much payment. You see, if you live on you see our most powerful world building tool, income. And if you are giving your income away, there's no way I'll be stable for your past, for your present. If you are using your income to pay for your past, ultimately. And at this point, now gradually you pay off all our debt. Yes, 78% of the population live on paycheck to paycheck. And out of it, look at it this way, out of this two, out of the 78%, 23% they make it 6 digits. That means they make over 100, but they still live on paycheck to paycheck. Because of what? A lot of payment. You make so much payment all the time. Payment. It is it's kind of buy an echo and your friend living on paycheck to paycheck, rat race. Send echo na a ban echo, it's coming to me now. It be doing some echo, it be doing some echo. It be doing some echo. Now you try Kenyan area. Now I think you will pay emergency fund ankasa of the 3 to 6 months of your expenses. Emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of your living expenses. That's going to be full emergency fund. All right. So what is that? And only say, if you spend, let's say 3,000 a month, or spend 3,000 a month. Now that means we have 3,000 times 6, depending on maybe I'm very comfortable, but it should be more than 3, and it should be between 3 to 6. All right, especially if more any income, more if you are based on salary or wages, usually na say be a no partner, hardly say munya be lose juma at the same time. On that note, if you are meeting up just the 3 months, so that means if you spend 3,000 a month, we have 9,000 emergency fund. You don't touch it in the whole, just like that. But most of the time, back home, be about 1099, and I say back here, Juma or no Juma, about a year. At that point, no here 16 now, because mostly while we were Juma, and I hardly say a call back. People might be me Susani money now. Yeah, it's that is how emergency fund I was here, 3 to 6 months of our emergency fund nearly at all. Imagine this is not for investment. Any investment, it's just emergency fund. When we fall, any rely on just the emergency fund. Nothing else, just emergency fund. Just emergency fund. And now your emergency fund of 3 to 6 months. Example I make here, it is make it 3,000. At least if I say 18,000. Oh, that boring. This is not for anything. Buy a money market account now, they are two. The reason being, say, an emergency, if anything happens, it should be reachable. At the same time, so it should be hard a little bit to get it. It need to be said, emergency, what they talk money market account, it's almost like a savings account. You can get it just as the yield there is a little bit higher. Until coin and yet we the index fund no. I feel as some to index for I feel index fund and also was in the a CD crime friend certificates of depression. Here we did is just not for investment, just for your emergency. Okay, obviously emergency you should or someone would define an emergency. There are so many things, but I can tell you what things are not the things that are not emergency. Christmas or buy stuff for family members, that is not emergency. You know, say Christmas is gonna come. Christmas come every year. I will say no way you budgeting. I will say where you budget. Now make us say every month be a budget no on purpose, on paper. What's not why your budget because their basic stuff are gonna be in a budget. But every year, every month be but sometimes they change it. For example, say school in August near the no, but to that month they be changing. Into your budget, every month on purpose, on paper, on your budget. We'll start to say your budget now, like I'm saying, because all of a sudden when you raise, because if you were spending be a 5,000, I would say, oh, pay attention. I would say, never be real here, and was a fee. Be an use to 5,000, was a fee, 3,005 in a month. It was always coming pretty wetchy. Hey, and it is budget, so zero budget, zero balance budget. That means say every money, every dollar is going to be assigned to something. Every dollar is being assigned to something. Would just $1 crowd will be used to make sure say every dollar. You see, most of the time, what it is, a budget is you telling the money. John Maxwell and kind or see a budget is you telling the money, your money what to do instead of you wondering where it went. Most of the time, you're wondering, but kind of buy me this but we a budgeter. What assign every money they also budget is you taking control of your money, not the money controlling you. When our controls can you see, we say a cost. It's budget and you say people be budget person. I said what it's wrong with it. Maybe no budget when our controls come. So budget is a very good thing. Any idea we see most of the time it will be to try a budget. It's a very good thing. And try to be able to you have to stay most of the time it's a budget. If you say Juma and I say a nation can hear budget. No individual you see here a budget. In here a budget. I'll be timid. Are you BBR? We hear budget. Usually we first 2 months because now it's new to you guys near the but after a while we somebody used to it if more new I feel I must start here I'm give myself like 3 months maybe mistakes but after that if you work budget on we are to be able to use outside money be aside from the budget they have a meeting. It's the whole thing is you have to pay attention. You now pay attention because most of us are in the situation we are right now. We are so much in debt, so much because of we didn't pay attention. That is the only year man didn't pay attention. You can pay attention and decide you need now buy. Now we are paying attention. You need to make sure say we be a course kama, be a course as a session. On that note, now in your emergency fund of 3 to 6 months. Boring man in that was 20,000. There was a man in that no. The purpose is for just emergency time kwani be issue. Hey, emergency be there. So when you accident, you deductible a emergency, and I say be krana said the cry, be a walk hospital or hospital. Now, BBB all of a sudden be emergency. Those are the things in emergency. I say Christmas time, I go to Tony Mama and for, and I say a party. No, those are not emergency. Those should be in your budget. Those should be in your budget. It's there be a mixture every month on purpose, on paper. Every dollar is assigned to the Osekoye. Every pound is assigned to the Osekoye. It be bien in there could be because I be static also. Because all of a sudden now life has started changing, financial not changing. It's not the income, because what it is income nobody making more. But if you don't take care of those things now, the more you make, the more you go out there and put more payment on yourself. So when we say the BR, you try to increase here income, you increase here, I won't say car be a car you so near if you crowd for. Yes, I make another payment. This plan, like I'm saying, if you use it in this plan now, within 10 to 15 years, if you're earning income, working and earning income, you go through this plan, you will be automatically, or you'll be a millionaire. No two ways about that. Because one, you do your budget all the time. Two, you have no debt. You make sure you pay all your debt. So small fees, interest fees, car payment, now your fees also, student loan, your fees also, credit cards fees. You have already those things now. Baby. So at this point, emergency fund, pay extra bill also. Investment part is gonna come. This is just for emergency. Let it be there. Money boring and money market here that talk boring and touch it unless emergency and sunny bees. Now the good thing about this thing is the moment you start doing a budget, we'll start to sell budget we financially we'll touch those things near the now. Just emergency no could be into that. We're say no Johnny, well, Johnny, because what it is you started putting things in place. You see, so when you budget, every little thing that happens is emergency. Hey, we can't tie a power to emergency because when your budget. But your budget now your car payment and now the car you wouldn't say repairs every year be every month be out to $200 to I would say $50 to what? We can't tie paya wakofana de kwakoto. The moment you start doing a budget, the moment you're on this track, you're following, you're paying attention. But all of a sudden, emergency be any hobby. Emergency now every month be any emergency any hobby because now you're paying attention. Now everything is in place. It's emergency no cry no. Say if you be okay, I want to cry when you should that. But I feel maybe not all pilot kakraka all of it now would be count and the big count. So it's budget there year all of a sudden. I even put class say infant say BBSC now emergency fund will car muffler I say now with emergency fund of 3,000 and 20,000 that's a muffler near 3,000. Say okay, I mean a head but imagine only scanning for now okay would you feel crowd background up so bono will be kasa crana bofu. So these things it's healthy for us and kasakra. If you budget and make sure say you're following your financial goals, you're on the right track, moving on the right time now, so we move on the right track now. We say and Niyama started to in place. So stress level near the stress, the whole lot of things we start to change through life because everything is on a friend say also on course. Everything is on course. Now in your emergency fund of 3 to 6 months. I can say the entire spending time on say most people when it gets to this point on your emergency fund won't me share we say 18,000 emergency fund at all. But no they're investment. Or they're quite to be BBA a fee time soon say emergency watching and no quack is 18,000 or they're quite to be BBA. I will say a fee or quack year next can create 18,000 because time now so na fina kwakwi penalties, interest, a whole lot of stories. No, it's this one you just keep it. And then the baby for emergency. Another thing about the emergency fund, the good thing about emergency fund is see many times Bibi 2 ya na ekoye 401k mu. Ekwa kojilo. Esa 401k why? Because what it is compounding interest over 401k. So you don't want to interrupt that. It needs to interrupt because you interrupt na esa intimi unity said you will see pen kakra scanner was nka oya na nka retirement na de na bia ba mu age no we so akwaji scan. And I say emergency fund anywhere BBC ya we say ye ko bank na akwaji loan. Ebi also ye wo dan so a bo na fe ye ko the HELOC. All those things in them what as time goes on, be HELOC ni who say HELOC e bo na say mwa. It emergency fund is needed. Raining day, ABC study shows say about I think 72 or 73% of the population, US population, in a period of 10 years, now there will be an emergency situation. A year there will be an emergency situation. And BBBia, there will be an emergency situation. BB say won't me and say me for BB into home. One for BB and to one ma a whole lot of issues, beba. Said they make 10 years, within a period of 10 years, about 73% of the population will be in an emergency situation. No two ways about that. They are happen. Yeah. I think say his Sunday will question and supposed to come and they'll say this economic budget is only for you guys living abroad, because Ghana here you can get more jobs to do to be getting little money to maybe add up to your monthly salary. I'm not understanding. I mean, this economic budget is only for you guys living abroad. Oh, material officer chair, I say. Brother Hayes, I say Hayes. The work of cancer be a choboa. Share. Let me doing the same thing. The budget is for everyone. You need a budget. It doesn't matter where you are. It's the same from a US no. No, I get it. Yes, I get it. And from a Ghana no, it be an eboa. A budget a baby or Ghana or how here budget. There was so your budget financially no be here near ma bet me and our financial goals also hitting. Budget is needed everywhere. It we are more Ghana also we assume your budget, because so spend it will make it 3,000 Ghana in a month. Now spend more than 3,000 Ghana now, you'll be broke. It will be a here budget will be a here budget. It the money you could say I don't know my own I was spending. Now we also be in the at home. I was save. It budget will be a here budget. It doesn't matter where you are, what part of the world you are, you need a be a here budget. Be a here budget. It so we're Ghana so over here we here budget. Budget is for everyone. And I make your life simple, because what it is a man who say we make it 3,000, maybe use 2,000 to 1,000 will be to save for the future. It's budget there will be here. Yes. To make to us another question, but it be at once. Open so friend so me the link not to we just all join with the link no be to me join here or question or BBA so be to join here. Okay. It's said the American HELOC, Boni Akwaji HELOC, oh, yeah, damn. Yes, HELOC. Yo, bro, his, yes, into budget, try it, who's to wait me a budget, maybe. Said the American, Sikao Mikino. Say if you're on a salary or wages are the Bia making Biano, natural expenses in what expenses in every scale, because the other cannot no budget. Say a bruise, that means you are negative. That means either say you have to cut down where expenses, also cutting down where expenses, and now say you bring in more income. It's good to bring in more income, but the good thing is always if you try to cut down your expenses, I know you're the best. That means you are staying as our expenses for my year. It's no, the more buying, then you have more room to be able to save, to be able to buy stuff at just invest it was adding him. The person true challenge also try near for just 1 month penny. Just 1 month near shady. You will list be a use to be said the mechano. And yama here where your life you need here the baby a better. Eddie was in your baby da. You never be so that I will say in electricity, in your water, in your Ghana, the use gas can say electricity, water mostly. Here, I don't know. Now, I was seeing your transportation. Yeah, they will go back and forth. And no, yes, a car, but at least we will see car before car, I go back and forth. And that here, be sure it be share. Those are the things to know. If you focus on the budget, no, the akabia is not. It's a want. And a want there, if you don't have want, you can easily survive. But the needs here, you need it. To focus on that. If you focus on that for a month, penesha the initial say usika kosro, and I said the umeki any deal or spend and measure in the city. Then who say was me adjusting and I say Niamana me spending on metiso kakra. It was a fee no. Not what be a won't after almost ways and the becano. Now you can save. And a good practice, what it is, especially if you are starting life with a younger kakra. We starting to say abus a fee maybe no the more winners can. Now what sir a unit that what would me the more yes can the more our feel to me save. It's a good thing with me intimate true challenge. Say yen 1 month near had year. And it will be a here budget. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. Yeah. So it's the next one, said emergency fund is good because if it's not there, anytime you're in trouble, anytime you're in financial trouble, we go back and fall on said yeah HELAC, you just free your dime, and I say you just free you be a credit card, so no credit, and I say you wanna 401k scared that one, they interrupt sign money which is and also what different issue. Yes, 401k say Okoji loan woman time so ebi afre adwuma mu a ufre adwuma mu a na okwa adwuma fofora that amount is due say uja adwuma na it scan kra so munya scan if you buy so utua say scan those things also one different implications are nyama timi de man it is not nice emergency fund there you need it raining day then be betimi asi see at that point now you have so many things to fall back. So they make a question and say, hey, should I pay off my credit card debt immediately or over time? Or question be between the about honor will be a between account honor. It's either HELAC, 401k loans, or credit card, which doesn't help at all. It doesn't help us, and it put us in more. You see, what it is debt equals risk. And more debt equals more risk. And more debt is called more risk. The more debt equals, the more risky you are. HELAC, you can easily lose your house. You can lose your house depending any economic downtown. The 10 year you can create the issue, bro, because now you have a mortgage and have a HELAC also. And, you lose your job, and most people that will go in for a HELAC don't have emergency fund. It is so easily say you can easily lose your job. You can easily lose your house. Now usually economic hardship situations the must anybody naba. But if you don't have a HELAC, different. It's all different. Whether depression, inflation, whatever it is, you don't really care because you don't really pay, especially if you're following this plan, you don't have no debt, maybe except your home. You don't need to go through all that process. I will say when it comes to emergency fund is needed, is something we need it. We need it. So at this point, imagine now we do our budget every month. Our budget every month, your budget. Every month, your budget. So we know what's up. We know what is going on. We know everything that is going on in our financial situation. Now we don't owe anybody except our house. So if we have a house, We owe nobody anything. Our cars are paid off. All our credit cards are paid off. Whatever. Every loan situation, personal loans, student loans, they are all paid off. So we don't owe anybody. So imagine if you're making, let's say if you're making 5,000 now, you pay off your house, you pay your mortgage or your rent, your groceries, maybe insurance, cell phone, few things now. Now all the money is up to you. At this point, now baby step 4, you be investing 15% of our income into our 401ks or our Roth or our IRAs, depending. If your company offer 401k, then 15% of our 401k will be say, why not more? And I say, why not less? What it is who said there was a study that was done about very few years ago. A study that was done. Okay, I mean, pause what I could say. Usiando say, wow, they are going to IMF. Because omunye budget, on budget no money, omunye ni year, common kwa yo and hey, so you are welcome. You're always welcome. But I've put a challenge into Yankoye, Lebra name facing the BCC. Yeah, if you do your budget well, they don't need to, go to IMF. At this point, we are putting 15% of our income. We say, why not more? Why not less? What it is like I was saying, a study that was done about people that have made what, and I said their net worth is more than $1 million or 80 million over. They use only 2 vehicles to get there. When they were studied, 2 vehicles almost use anything. One, a employee-sponsored retirement plan, and 2 paid-off homes. The employee-sponsored retirement plan, a BBB, we in a gradual. You see, what it is these days, no be get money quick, get rich quick. There's nothing like that. Everything is a process, a gradual, and a stability gradually. It's every month biano and every pay period, which is every bi-week biano. Kakra omuyide to ho from 1K, 401k, maybe a company so much be more. Kakra to over a period of time. Now I can be brave. It's a bit in cry calculation. Let's say if you make maybe a 50,000 in a year. Into 50,000 in a year. Many calculation do a shady. Into 50,000 in a year. Bear with me here for a second. Say if you make 50,000 in a year, now if you are investing 15% of your income, 15% of your income, over a period of time. Hey, 50,000 to 50,000, 15% of 50,000, you're saying 7,500 in a year. It's 7,500 in a year. We cry no employee matching pool, just regular one. It's hold on, let me see here. Okay. Now 15. Into a 15. It's here for say we start investing time. You need any situation you be and you for 40 years and you start to see investing. Now we retire 67, right? You need to be a started with 0. And the same say you hit 7,500 now. Every month you're saying every month you be 625. And every month you is 625 too much. We all know say stock market average 10% for the past 100 years. One case, most of them is invested in the stock market. And even with that, Yeah, starting term, 40 years near starting here, you know, up to 65 they may retire. By that time, no, you retire even with that, no. So if you follow the plan, you see SWA, you bring 1.028, 28, 1,028,564. And in this case, see if you see a contribution, they give me a 200, 2,500. The growth in Kwa was 826,000. We don't interrupt those things. No, we say no, for 1K hoku yibi, now wakojibi, now we interrupt Sanya man. German grow, hey, giant ego. Yo, Mateo, we see, may extend it to the president. May extend it. Yo, you know, ukojis can be no way interrupting. The power of compounding interest, just leave it alone. And imagine say we cry and start to we say we fancy we school cry and start ya and start to see the kakra go for crana. That means you bring with more than 30 years, 30 years, I started near 30 years, all the way to by the time I end the year, it was 2.9. 2.9. We cry employees be brave so contribute to am I? And no crying am I? And yet we employ just consecutively, you know, employee dear crying am I? At this point, no, every sika war home. So, 15% no, ebe boy, 15% no, a BBB a good my beat me. Just say one starting term crana, it will beat me a baby. Hey, one starting term crana, beat me a move. Hey, you know, the thing is for you to invest. But what it is like I was saying, our most powerful tool for investment is our income. No question about that. Our most powerful tool for us to build wealth is our income. If you're giving your income away, or if you're paying your past with your income, you cannot invest for the future. It's in I was say you making sure say you get out of debt. Every debt situation in our life was free on. You know, a car, a student loan, a credit card, those things in that was here making sure say in everyone. He is any money in everyone ma was all of a sudden not your master changing. Or your finances was all of a sudden not your master changing. And your master changing. Do you imagine to say they make say if you make it but even if you make more, you make more than 50,000 and above, imagine the money that we can make on this. See, and you know, these things, no, who be no build a word and one day start a period of a small or say every month be a crowded to one and a man basa. All right, you commercial break up by the part 2 a baba abetwaso. It's no stay put am I na yanko commercial break emra. Yo, a tip for your baby, your boy Patrick Berfi, High Life Radio, and our Sikasem program, no, and Iguswa, yeah, no, every Monday, 7 to 9 p.m. Sikasem program, no, baby, every Monday, 7 to 9 p.m. High Life Radio. Yo, maybe I will see question. I will say, in Ghana, someone earns 500 Ghana and he has a family with 2 children. All right. Your question, not a good question, but it's very vague. Or 2 children, no, or you are not say we need Nissan, no. I will say you I know say it's tough, but what it is we have to if you have 500 minimum say be if you team no untua be a wow fee na team and say be a papa fee na team minim say I will say me situation in then we can discuss. But even 500 no with 2 kids, name say is be very challenging. So that means that we have to increase our income. I know say many a times when it comes to BBC I can because it be a Jumani Ghana and you say, but what it is no some TNT mean to my common here or see a PBB most of the time no we will see a PBB. It doesn't matter what it is because it's not accommodate emphasis and pamre. But my more details near any and discuss it. Send panel because 500 they would rent and I say what them free. The situation is the same, Tino. You're brother kakra, why? Yo, Tino, you drew 15% of our income. And here you invested 15% crowd income one. You invested 15 and you make 50,000. Let's say at least even imagine if we are making more than which a lot of people make. You know, these days there are a lot of people that make over 100,000. You know, 180. You know, 120 and all that. You know, in this situation, they will make more. If you put more in the 401k, pay more. Like we work a company, we for company match na home. If me the company match na home, that means a pay more. Pay way more. That is the next step. So we put more in our 401ks or our Roth. Say if we are what may be we na company na we adwuma na company emma a year omuma omunya a year friends a 401k, you still have the Roth version of 401k, the same thing. The 401k is sponsored by the employee. Roth and while between open, the government has given access to ubia or company massad and that's why we were juma ubetimi I the same thing. I'll be to more ubetimi I the same investment. Hey, it's Roth. Sorry, your friends, IRA, your Roth and your traditional. Hey, that's why Juma Suna said, or company will offer a Roth 401k and also a good because you name a Roth in the day, which your taxes every after retire now with you car and only will be any taxes be once and 401k you still have to pay the taxes that I went back. Yeah. Yanko the next year so and go back to DNA, which is now like I said, we put in 15% of our income. 15% into 15%, and that is cool. Now, at this age, at this point, we save for a case college fund. What it is we don't do that when you're the cabby brainy idea, because remember, you start year one after the other. At this point, you're all 3 together because now in the cabby, you're the car intimacy for school. You're the car intimacy craft for ya intimacy KCSR. Your 401k is near the scanner is save no kakrebi and in your match. It's you take care of all this near can every home. Now we stay on budget all the time. Every dollar that comes to us on purpose, on paper. Yes, I never need we say a change bibia. But will be question. Be question. Say, do you have an investment company that you want people to invest in? I don't know about Ghana, but in here, say if your company doesn't offer, which I Vanguard for investment, and you're bad. Depending on, but Ghana, I don't know much about. You just have to go. Obi no bank betting a bank na no transfer can watch the way we much about way. But yes, there be be ho no betting invest for sade no. Betting invest for way. You have to know about minimum way financial way papa Ghana no. Yeah. But yeah, when bank is kasa, of course, on betting actual. Yeah. Eti now ya save mo save man korano your friend saying college fund. You know, so the mechano. Yeah, the cabibre. Yentimi or sanema win by moment be sa kind of free. You also have fee near mana started a change. Was a fee no scabibre by and same. You see, Canada keba na in our corner. That we living on paycheck to paycheck no. Na a fee won't say a change. Because now no, the payment, car payment, school payment, all those things need na no we say buy. Even a study show say every American use almost 2,000 on things that they don't need every month. And imagine, said him, yeah, you know, a bit in Christ, if he use 2,000 every month and he invested that money now. Imagine, say, you craft for 20 years. Even 600 crown, who did he 2,000. See, that means he be trim 4 million and over. He be by the time I be retire, depending on maybe a time we be starting. And at this point, you know, we are having more money coming to us and it's staying. It's not living like it used to. You see, because remember, first, not all the money comes in, all the money goes out. All the money comes in, all the money goes out. At that point, you know, we make a lot of money, but we can't even afford food because you see, can it be too much? Now you're trained for the next paycheck. Until Friday, a G pay now, yes, I train the next paycheck because it's kind of be too much. It too much, and I will say, yes, it too much, and echo. Until they say, rat race, you know, paycheck to paycheck, and echo. And for we make 150, 120, so we can afford food. We can't even take care of ourselves because a lot of payment on our hands. At this point, it's me taking care of our payments in it. Maybe now we put in 15% of our income. 15% of our income in our retirement account. Yeah, math. Even if you make 50,000 a year, we could even a household. Even if we a couple crown make 50,000 a year, not mutimi save what for retirement. You know, we a different crowd, just a retirement abinya scanon. At this point, no so no. So they make an scabi buy ho. Scabi buy ho. And it's a first nibio. And DNA now we discuss with two mama yema. Patrol me read you be question. Okay, Matthias here. Your question, I say question. But the question I say, I'm saying that also just said if I personally have investment company, we need investment company. We are working on it, not now though. We are working on it. But for now, if you want to invest, I will recommend Vanguard for you. Nyama is simple. Nyama is so simple. Yeah. Okay. So the 20%. If I say you be investing in my kids, So even your kids crying, yeah, the bear 2,000 a year, it's a 2 more. And also, no, by the time I fancy a warmer to bear 18, which is about 36,000 or so, about 2,000 times 8, yeah, around that a year. Yeah. And no crown with that, with the 10%, it's the same as the retirement investment, on being about 120 or 100 and something for college. It's also any bad and see a very good near the Bia to Hama and crown almost bit in Jacob because these days school and yet simple sign yet BBBia. By the time we school and yes, say first now. We na squeeze on kakra we na 30,000 20,000 if it's by the time we school now we trim 100,000 and over. Yes, and crown to say the night yeah were here checky. We that triasa is say crowd is a steady show say now the millionaires are buying houses together. They don't know each other. Juma big city near there. Mama started to feeble, more to feeble. Hey, it's no say no. The money hard. You another question say, what about if someone loses his job? Yeah. So I will take you back to the 3 to 6 months emergency fund. And if we are saving, we are doing all that process. Your emergency fund of that's the whole idea. A year 3 to 6 months of emergency fund. And here will lose job with the hoping say, yes, hoping say, so when you break, so yeah, Juma. Now will sue job. Now go out there say you're looking for a job. Within 3 to 6 months, dear, ubenya juma. Samuye minua bia where you sue dear, baby or you sue dear. But it's a save year and say 3 to 6 months of your living expenses. Into every month, be I'm spending 5,000. I need between 15 to 30,000. I don't know for just that emergency because we'll sue job emergency. Now you can go back in there. That's what I say we need to define emergency. And yet be an emergency to say Brunia so you don't tell your command for your now for any emergency. Those things also call budget. Emergency until you sue job in say 2-3 months here, then I'll be near Juma. At least when near Juma, it make it say now make it cry now, be near baby I was suma at least. Oh yeah, and some wakopedian be I'll be not saying now wunyana. It's at that point, you go get it. Sir, emergency now they are to home. Now the shame, kakra to so be. We are not sir replenishing back. Hey, if I say, me use me juma, me use me emergency fund of 2 months or something. I mean, you just me use 2 months now. Me juma the first thing I may say, have to fill that 2 months back. See do baby. I send my start to us be me. I start to us investment, start to us be. So we see now, and my own go back. Except unko. One may sign up for so called on the 401k. Boy, sign up so called back say credit card also called loan or bank. We also be your house not or equity or swap so called equity. It this prevents you from doing that. Now, signing when we are not interrupted those things. You vote for me to be the next president. You are holding million so you but you maybe at the next your friends say the next 12 years. We see say Obevuto the next president of Ghana. Anyway, to the twaso. As to say the mechanism time goes on, those prevent you from going back or falling back to debt. So you don't go there. Now back to your step 5, which is saving for the kids. Is saving for kids, almost so say for debt emetu for debt and 2 months so. Now, because this plan, what you're trying to do is you're trying to change your family tree. You're trying to change the financial situation of your family. In such a way, say, debt. If you are building out, you should building from the ground gradually. This is not get rich quick. Say 2 years, 1 year. Why? No. I'm not going to tell you. Say this is something that, like I said in the beginning, if you're working, earning income, if you're doing this thing for between 10 to 15 years, automatically you'll be a millionaire. No question about it, because It's not like I said, get rich quick or anything. It's like, would you bro now? It is like the life now we lead, and it is hard in bro. There's no question about it, because we hear the process, we follow the process, and all of a sudden we wake up within 10-15 years. When you have Brew Cry now, between 9 years, it be a steady interview. Most of them on average age in Ukraine was about 49. By 49, now they were almost followed that plan. By 49 years now they are millionaires. Year way by 39. It be very almost starting in term. It be very early. So depending on the way it is, it is the same way in we which who make sure say they are moving on. So moving from that situation, near from first student loan be at home, so maybe not student loan be brave. They make money back once a student loan payment that sure. It's also no, you're making sure you are taking care of and Korano, kiddies in the now will be a silk crack their mom. Will be okay. Me who you 40, 45, maybe 17, I can't 1 year or college, dear may. Right, the good thing is say, make sure say woman loan. And the number one, what it is you have to assure your kids say college need the ebeko, loan to the engine. In a mindset to the best. You see, every year, almost 4 billion unclaimed scholarships. I'm not talking of athletic scholarship or academic scholarship. These are just scholarship, different scholarship from Jay-Z's. It's a talk, we talk around almost scholarship. It's for you to apply more. What it is and crown say the and say, and you're crying in school once you apply 1 or 2 B and you have to apply more. If you apply more, you will get it. It's another job. It is Oba Eddie. Maybe a fin what year, what plan ya, maybe by Eddie 18 and as 17 next year or course to the enemy. The first thing you do is say school choice. If you live in Manenko State School, maybe probably when I started with community college or started community college. Yesterday I was just talking to a friend of mine who make it good. Neba, I want to start it. Community college before so college. No man here IT kakra. When you Juma or I would 50,000 and we could start taking classes. Taking classes online, sir, IT. It's by the time we college, we make 100 up already. And son was saying, you have questions, kakra. One will say, Nina Mebaho, a process near Kono. And in Imanoji, yeah, I ever talking about mortgage. Also, what about mortgage? Investing in mortgage. Rebecca said also, hey, CCB will say this lesson is really practical, not theory. That can be practiced. I know, say, this question is going to come. A mindset. Hey, if you can see, this book, you find Everyday Millionaire. Try. My name is US, so he was all Virginia. Try. So Virginia can send me your address. Come send bro. I want you to read this book. And yet to say the old canon. There are people that have done it, they are still doing, people are doing this have made millions, tens of millions of people millionaire. This plan. This is not one day thing. I know, said there are people say, hey, you can't even pay off your student loan. Oh, you can never be out of debt. No, it's never true. One is the mindset. If you make your mindset so you can do it. And then number two, people are doing it. The thing is, these days we cannot live. I mean, we can't stay. We can't delay gratification. I know if you know what I mean. We can't delay gratification. What it is we all want the glamorous things. If I want car, I'll go get it right now. If you want car and it's 30,000 and you don't have 30,000 now, right now, then also you have to put it on credit. And then the day you could do that situation. If you want car, if you want something, you need it right now. Now you don't have the money or second credit. So we cannot delay gratification. If you can delay gratification and save and buy, I'll make a typical me. If I, apart from house, metal, your friends say, 500,000, 200,000, 300,000, too much. Apart from that, me kwako to bibia. Say minis car, men talk. That means I'm not ready for it. It means save me sika so makoto. I'm delaying the gratification, must save me time so makoto. It doesn't put me in debt. But so open up and right now, then what it is and I say people are following so many things, Okay, Matua. So see the lesson is very practical, 100%. That's what you mean. Okay, that's good. Yo. All right, so but I want to be rest assured say will be out here. You can do it if you delay gratification. I get your point. Not yet practical. Okay. I thought you said just can't by any idea bit me put into practice. I think I misread it, the whole thing. All right, so now Oba at 18 already over college. I feel what I said. Then I be the obey and say bro, we am called Papa. Hello, Papa. We are ready, Akasa. Wait me interrupt me. Yo, eti the obey and say. Yes, it's true. iPhone, we say iPhone 14 and 15 are coming and people are going to rush to get it. True. Me iPhone 13. This one, before then, my iPhone, I'm saying about 3 years ago. I'm not into that. I don't rush for those things anymore. It's the betrayal. Okwa, Misika Swan, Makoto, Misika Swan, we don't be any asset. That is the point. I'm not for be Russia Kwakoto. Are they going to be in debt? The small fee never was. The small fee never was. I know, we see that big buildings near war. So big buildings near war. Yeni see my home. That small fee near the iPhones. Hey, no more yes, I never did. It is if they be up so in debt there. That's what it is. But if you stay away from it, say they make an wow to susua. What the $100 to within a year, friends, 10 months or so, wait you have to iPhone maybe. Wait you have to be. Hey, it's now, yo, my here, obvious question was say, what you are, or person say, what I'm teaching, is basically of people living in America. Yes and no. What it is like I'm saying, all these things, so it doesn't matter where you are. If you live in data, you can save for your future. Hey, say Ghana no money debt be brave and be bisa, but it all go back to mutimi save. You are making sense anyway. But yes, what it is the same thing. Practical things. If you live that way, you are not in competition with anybody. You are making sure you live in your normal life. Automatically put you in a certain place. What it is, a training also. A training, especially if you starting life. But more money. You are trained, so you don't spend too much. It doesn't matter where you live. If you spend more than what you make, financially it's going to burst. It doesn't matter where you live. Can I invest? Can investment achieve about 50% profit? I don't know what country you are right now, Emmanuel, but because 50%. You're talking of say with me any 50% profit. I don't know. I know a day. 50% profit. Say I know a day. And I don't know what kind of business it is. Investment ben I mean US had the minimum investment and be 50%. Be invested 50%. The stock exchange for the past 10 years no crowd. averagely, it's about 10%. It will be catch also be investment now being 50%. Be careful. That's all I can say, because too much. We have to be realistic here. 50%, too much. Yeah. All right. So let's go back to question also. Yes, school choice. Say won't mean save woman when 17 because the school choice is number one. You pay school preferably state school. I won't say. A big crowd said a big mom started community college. And a very cheap, now started a cash flow. Maybe after 2 years, or call the next day. But there are so many scholarships who are try for more. Almost 4 billion every year unclaimed. Hey, or apply more. Or encourage you, or apply. Because another job, or apply baby 200, 500. You bet 10 it down, be brave, but be brave. So you be money be. It's when you're 1,000 from here, 2,000 from one week, carbon when you're 50, 80. No, reading so school choice in number one. Minimum be or school where they are adding here a core for just say the trees over there no can need you. See, then it's no kwakodeka 200,000. Just we school near effect no call kwakodeka 2,000 in economically it doesn't make sense. Economically it doesn't make sense. It is obeying already now feel save. So what investment can you achieve 50%? I'm still not clear. Achieve 50%, say. Can you make 50%? Is it not the same thing? Pacho, put the question in here. What investment can you achieve 50%? And say the same thing, investment I bet me 50%. Say yes, sir, my maintain ye. And I make I say Sadia, so be 50%, yeah. Put it in another way. Let me hear this. It's school choice. We make it a school choice now. Choice be payment reasonable between a cash flow, the payment. Then it's good. The next thing, so and they said they make a school choice near number one, and I will make sure say school no usually state school a little bit cheaper, Freer or Maryland or Cork to say Massachusetts out of state at the end of the and I will scholarship who be on my schools too. When your scholarship one, the person when your full scholarship, it's where jai akosa school no masa kutia extra. It doesn't make sense, Nipa will go because school here and at the end that is fine, but sometimes it depend on few times the school I will call here. We'll be making example. They will say, call Doctor Honma, will be sense school be no call. Will be no call a doctor. Nians of a show, no show ye. Hey, it's at this point now, we are finna be plan now. Now, intimate and say we be a man and qua. We make sure say cash flow. School need the idea of the call, but at the same time, also no. Untia ebejilo ne diako. I'll be there. Also say, Pacho, don't read at all. They are even free food or uniform for some peoples. Okay. BB. Oh, okay. Aha, Matthias here. Also say, about when I make an say, Bibini don't read at all. They are even free food and uniform for some peoples. Yeah. Or about say school, maybe one crown and free food near you home. Yeah. I make they make on a higher level, crown or a college near there. But thanks for your contribution to true. There are so many a year on your way. Obviously say if you do university in Ghana, what school can you get affordable in Nigeria? Oh, in NJ, which is New Jersey. Minim senior situation so how they also throw a GRE. Say, oh, Ghana is not you have to depend. You have to write those things now for scholarship. Minim say, minim the situation. Question a vix ana minim situation. You could school Ghana. Hanu be a dear na de waha. Say, oh, Hanu now we okay. If I saw people say me okay near there. We Helen Mensa. You can. What it is, Jamaican ability to apply for more scholarships. There's a lot of scholarships out there. You just have to look. What I'll do is I'll recommend a book for you. It's called Confessions of Scholarships. Confessions of Scholarships talks about a lot of scholarships. Christian Alice, or post school for free, or apply for so many scholarships when you're school, you're 500,000 at the core corner, graduate school, and PPR. Or try that book, Confessions of Scholarship. You're better to chat now. Bet me every and so a bit more idea about scholarship, those things now bet me. Yeah. It was some question here and patch bit me about BMY. Until now, you better try. Now, no, I fear ya PBB one cry every year. Now, Scar Kenyan, we throw into our house. We throw into our house. We throw into our house. We throw into the house. We want to say they make the study that was done. 2 vehicles per and we use you intimidated the millionaire status now. One is employee sponsored retirement plan, and 2 is paid off homes. Into pay off home. And it's normally gradually. Until now, yendi obiaka, apart from the house, yendi obiaka. Okay, question house. He's a citizen. He's a citizen, and we want him to go to university in Ghana before come here and continue. Wow, usually it's opposite. Opposite or Ghana. Meaning Ghana situation say Ghana. I'm so moon to your fees. Or me to I'm so quiet this time. They will be to Ghana. To your fees. And yes, also they are just so quiet. The exams no or passing the or between Ghana no. We are no about that means over masters for her. And I say, meaning say, open source start here within the process now. No, if you only an undergrad now, no, or continue and be sa. Once a citizen there, or Banomojina, obiting apply fear, you need to obiting apply when it be. But the best they say, Kobe or 100 year, now started the process in here. Send the masters no acquire the Oba, no, Babe apply for the masters no. But in that said, they make the same scholarships near the now. You have to just apply for more. You do more. Oh, yeah, 1 or 2. I know somebody that applied for, I think, 1,000. She was turned down about 700 and something. By the end, over 200 and something. When you can say, when you 500 from here, 1,000 from here, 2,000 from here, 200 from here. They need to know, we answer will make it over 100,000. What they call in school every year. It is there is there. By another job, you have to make sure you apply for more. One pen, maybe you won't cry, you don't have to write essays. If you also you have to write essays. All you gotta do is just twist it a little bit. But I'm Koran omunye, we catch on Koran so onye. Probably bring home or catch on more money. Yeah. When you just have to apply for more. Yeah. But our situation is Oko Ghana and San was Abahano. Oko Ghana for we no San Wabano. Minim senior OBCI, minim senior, so possibly or started a year or 2 no about and I say, obey the masters for her and answer saying. Okay, UK government needs about 200 less income. All you need to do in past, okay. Oh, obidi a ye amaye or ha, or say, UK government needs about 200,000 nurses and care workers, right? All you need to do is pass IELT and get a sponsor for job. The salary is at least 2,000. 2,000 is it a week, a month, 2 weeks or what? Okay, if I say Helena, so they say he's in Ghana schooling now. Okay, schooling in what? Is it in university? Next one, university right now. I'm saying from your channel. investing until we are the masters now, we you know being the masters for her. Yeah, I think it's a good idea, but I don't know. My name situation. We the masters are we the under unless we being the masters for her. And I say, we school na mu no ba na say. Obetim oba so ombeje credit no. Credit na you be value those things ni nyina. You be value ni nyina. Say when we are and obey the masters for Hanuma, na say be oba beto so a yeah, the value board on me value na obetim the be odru bia and betim start credit from there. Say a master so oba area na what they are school. Yeah. Yo. Tien so questions maybe by be final vehicle. Now we are trying to pay off our home. And every I better that mortgage, you know, how to pay mortgage and how to if I say the down payment only now you know. But at this point, you know, this is just the beginning. See, breaking it down. To the mortgage, you know, now this cut the 15%, we're investing 15% for in our retirement. We are saving for our kids. In that situation, you know, your case when you know that means we don't have to save for their college. Then we throw everything into the house. Every money that comes in, we throw into the house. We throw into the house. We throw into the house. They say, you know, I'll go back to that study. You know, yeah, you know, usually, you know, people pay their houses within 11 years. Though that's a moment serious, will be a call to me because of that crowd. Would me pay extra job near them. Within 9 years, we will pay off their house. Until at this point, we've paid off our house. We are through Bibiatum, paid off our house. Now, we don't have any payment at all. No payment. Remember, all our debt was taken care of. That will be step 2. You try BBA except our house. Na process no koya fi bedru ha no. Na de ye say now you try fear we. The house is paid off completely. Until now, if you make 5,000 a month, 5,000 buy honina, says can na ekutai. All the small things now we have to pay, like you know, electricity, water, car insurance, or those things now are the small things they pay. Into all this money, now by imagine how we can build wealth from there. You know, say a mask a crabby may city. Even a pay 625 in a month, now a period of 27 years. A hit here and over. It's now you make it 5,000. That's a bit me invested 4,000 in a month. And I say, if they invested 3,000 that they can the other things, the charity work in the because at this point, you know, we just build worth, you know, build the worth. Then we give also. Giving is part of world building, or it's part of success. The more you give, the more you get. I know some people might disagree, but anybody that I've seen that gives, you know, they say this, they always get more. It's a part of it, and it's part of this plan. You have to give, and the more you give, the more you get. At this point, you know, now you get more. Now even we go beyond 15% now you invest in our retirement fund. And it all depends. Retirement fund, it will limit a bit. At this point, you cry more than that. That is when now we have paid off home. We have 3,000 coming in every month, or 4,000 coming in for investment. It's so easy to save us out to another house. So simple. At this point, now we'll build the worth. We'll build the worth. We'll build the worth. So if you are serious and you follow this plan, like I said, a period of 10 to 15 years, you'll be a millionaire. No question about that. No question. As I said, and you say, what you're doing is, I don't know where life now will lead, and I decided to bro. And you get rich quick be a period, no, and yet a year period or 1 year period. It's as a gradually. A question be your friend saying Emmanuel Gay say rich people don't give. UK here they take everything, every penny. I disagree with you. I me true challenge be I not me doing the same. Between say rich people don't give, but me true challenge be start reading about all the rich people you know, and you see what they are doing. Every rich people, and yes, it makes us but majority of them, the reason why they are rich is because they give. If we know more about them, that's what you think. If you don't know more about them, but if you start going deep into what they do, you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised what they do. And then you give most of them they don't even you'll be surprised. What do you mean? I'm throwing this challenge. Start reading about the people, the rich people that you think say they take every penny. And yes, our crown it's here. They give. And what it is politicians, who say they are evil. No, I mean we have some of them they will take from you, but majority of them they give. I had the same perception about them, but when I started reading about these people, we say a different thing altogether. A different thing altogether. I will see say, or say this guy. My name said what guy? My name said you must have no kind of yeah, give a lot. Rich people give. They are not evil. Politicians, the money look yet say campaign is yeah. Even we are secret and I say, yeah, you can start naming the rich people you know. Now start digging them, go their background and the foundations, the charities, you'll be surprised. So give up. Yeah, and yes, I cry. Anyway, back to it. At this point, we are giving. We give, and build worth. Yeah, build a worth. I will see you in particular. I don't know. Okay. You in particular. Okay. All right. I don't know what you mean by that, but all right, I'll take it. So at this point, you're recapping whatever idea to say. Idea drew this position, idea drew this point. So it started off from say you build it with you say before it's maybe be here starting emergency fund, you had $1,000 pay and you 2 years. Okay, $1,000 pay and you did 2 years. You did 2 years. Now you try to see we paid off all our debt. It doesn't matter what it is, apart from our home, apart from our house, every debt. And you're listening that down is here by fear. We have so many ways of paying debt. You use debt snowball method. Debt snowball method and say you start from the smallest to the biggest. At this point, we don't usually think about what the interest rate is. The interest rate in the fine now you start and you start you list this is my debt. Even though 500 medical bill, the interest rate was 10%. And for 10,000 to the loan, interest rate is 2%. I don't care. I didn't care about that. Since it's a debt snowball, I go with the 500, and I pay extra money. You pay extra money. Question was it, is it good to use loan or salary in UK or US to buy treasure bills in Ghana to gain? I think at this point you know my position on loan. I don't live on loans, debt-free living. What it is if you want to invest, save your money and go invest. Because what it is you are interest rates, any loan out in interest rate as well, right? And SANA, because it's the same thing. Can I use loan in UK or US to buy treasure bill in US or in UK? Is this something I'll be? Yeah, I would say no. At this point, you know my position on when it comes to loan. Apart from house, you have to do it with cash. You're not in competition with anybody. Just take your time. And if you want to go buy treasury bills in Ghana, take your time, invest gradually. Time is smart. Bibia ekoso bia no. And I say, if you are to be dean or see Wuska, and yet 1 day pen on it take time. I'll mention Amazon, for example. Amazon started in the 95 or so. This is 2000. The suffering, the process of go through the Amazon, but no go through a lot, go through so many processes, go through the ups and downs. It's all reading the stories. And see, the tears yet to at this time, like I said, at this point, you say won't team in chair, but you know my position when it comes to loans. No. Okay, I will see Krasi Manuel. It is not advisable. At this point, no loans. No loans. All right, so let's continue. You try a debt, you try from the smallest to the biggest, and you try in area. At this point, you need debt to be able. You need debt to be now. You call. You try a debt in area, apart from and a debt, because then can be paid quite a normal process now. Now can be taking about 10 years to pay the debt by the process they pay extra income income of $200 crown. It took us almost like about 48 months to pay everything, including our student debt in student loan BPR. And then modest, say if you go extra more, say instead of say the $200 here, the extra 500 every week be about 120. Be some extra 120 the account now. In that situation, it was going to take us about almost like 2 years to pay everything off. Now fear pay emergency fund and kasapa. It's 3 to 6 months of our living expenses. 3 to 6 months of our expenses. That means you make it say every month be spending 5,000, here be at 30,000. That is untouchable. Train emergency see near the reason I say see anya sa baby to be pet near koyechi near sa yusu debt be already near timia try free debt him who said maybe one ba see come for 1K no kwako jiska and as more dan no kwako hilak near luna because of equity money now, which is very risky and I interrupted investment in we don't do that. After that, in a way, you find invest it. It's just for emergency. Remember, at this point, a budget on paper. You make sure you list it. You spend your book at that point now. You be adjusted, and as you be adjusted, we adjusting more expenses now. After that, invested for our case college, and that you pay off our home. Discover maybe the 2 home now. You build it with you treat a few that means you make it be you treat your marketing to be easily. So when you rest it at that point to beat me to be because you invest a credit or index fund within a short time, within 2-3 years, 4 years, we beat to house with cash. Because look at the money that is coming to you, how you invest it. Now we give and give and give. Yeah. And we say another and also. I will be saying I'm far better than Ufreata. Kudos, yo. Thank you. Thank you. It's good. Say. You hear budget. Budget. your friend is saying here budget, here budget, away life. Let me see here. At this point, you build a word, you build a word. You build a word and quite in our life, nothing you giving it here, say they become a true challenge. I say on check your money and share. Say, on check it, your friends, the richest people now, we need more. When we read about them, no who say, and yet, and you mean, yes, okay, you'd be here this week. You'd be here this week, but before see you'd be here no. Mamifa, the affirmation of the week. The affirmation of the week, Embra. Okay, so affirmation of the week. Changing my mind is a strength, not a weakness. Changing my mind is a strength, not a weakness. Changing my mind is a strength, not a weakness. That's our affirmation of the week. Yeah. Like I said, if we try to stay on a budget, you know here budget, ubia here budget. The good thing about the budget, no crowd say those people that have spouse and I say be our worry, now they had a rocky relationship, when they start doing budget, it changed everything. Because what it is the budget, Emma, because the budget, you guys sit down and talk, and you need communications and communications here. The more you communicate, it changes relationship. So those that had a rocky relationship, so communication, we not change your fee, relationship, be nice. Those that had a good relationship, better because already now more communicating more. It is not budget. So remember, we now want to say now we budget on purpose, on paper, every month. Not a single month because the only says food in our crown a budget. And as a or be a millionaire a long time, over 30 years. So every month they still do a budget. Every month they sit down and do a budget. Because a boy budget, a boy change BBA. Questions there, but say his say, oh, okay, thank you too for listening. I hope so. Be meet every Monday 7 to 9 p.m. Every Monday 7 to 9 p.m. And with the contributions about let me share. Oh, okay. This was saying, when you save your money and you choose to buy a treasure bill, it's okay. Okay. Oh, I'm saying, my way. The other one said shares. Oh, share. Okay, for Ghanaian speed. Okay, unnecessary spending. Okay, yeah, buy shoes and all that. Okay, all right. We'll be see a share program now for any because you see seeker for unnecessary things. I will see. Okay, I enjoy you too. I will see. I enjoy you too. Your questions were very great and very insightful, and also like your ambition to be president in the next 12 years. Thank you. Thank you. It wasn't my plan or my goal, my ambition. What is Shemano? And I because maybe. Like I was saying, so you better next week, next week, MC talk more about how to pay our mortgage. We have ways a bit to pay off our mortgage. 30 years in my I think certainly becoming fair by whatever it is. Because and yama be omo catch and yes, and cry one financial yama be omo catch and yes, and cry. Yebesua more near whom yama be brainy so. Intimon joining every Monday, 7 to 9 p.m. Sikasem program. Your boy Patrick Berfi. Timunya message na say you call commercial break in Chibia, your call I'm want to make a more in peace. Until we meet again, make sure say you spend wisely, you save intentionally, and give generously. See you guys.